So the final button is the wind setup, and I saved the best for last. So this is a little complicated for wind. Right now it's in alarm, and the alarm is, well, it just dropped out of mid-level, but you see there's a low wind alarm, mid, and a high. So those are the three alarm points. You could say 4 because we have a normal set point here. P2 we're not doing any speed on, so ignore that. P1 we have speed set points. So it'll run this speed at or above this mile per hour wind level. Okay, so we're in alarm now. We're in the low alarm because that's red, which is greater than 4 miles, equal to or greater than 4 miles per hour. This is the current wind speed in yellow here. Well, you can't change yellow data. See, it's up to 6 miles an hour. So we're in the low level. If it goes higher than 6, we'll go to a mid-level alarm. So the pump will run at the specified percentage here. So normally the pump runs at an 80% level, or 48 hertz. And right now we're at 68% of the normal run speed, as long as it's in auto mode. And the mid-level is 55% at 6 miles per hour, greater than. And the high wind speed, it runs 35%. So we just kicked out of alarm. So it says status okay here, if you can read that. So that means no wind alarm, so we're going to be running the full percent. The current value is here. Now, why does it say 35 when we should be running 80? That's because, okay, we got all this covered. You can push this reset button if they're in alarm, which we are. Okay, we went back into the low alarm. So I hit the reset and it'll take it out of alarm because there's a time delay on it. But now, but the actual wind speed overrides that alarm, so it's in alarm. So the alarms are active. It's running 7 miles an hour right now, so low and mid are, okay, 6. Now it's dropped down to 4. So, you know, we're in low now. So we've got a lot of variation in the wind. And you'll see the pump go up and down, at least the level of the water. Now, it's running 35% because the switch in the planter is in hand mode. And in hand mode, it only affects this pump 1. But if you turn it off, it's hand off auto. If you turn it off, pump 1 stops. If you turn it to hand mode, it runs a constant 35%, very low. And if you put it to auto, it'll go between 35% on the high wind to 80% for no wind or normal conditions. So I'm going to put it in auto so we know what's going on. Now if you want to see the condition, the status of that, I'm going to hand off auto. You see down here wind alarm, okay, status, and you see these 3 icons here, HOA, hand off auto, for planner switch. So if we go out to that planner, we'll see that it's in hand. We'll look at the pump. It's low, right? Then we'll put it to 0 or off, excuse me, and the pump will stop. And then we'll put it to auto, and we'll see the pump going up and down.